emotionally tormented can Abel be without cracking?
We're live! Okay, another episode of Dungeons and Stories from the Multiverse and Xenia live streams. Here's an intro.
Adam, you lost speaking.
Here we go. So, what happened last time? I keep being alerted that nobody can remember anything about last session. So, everybody has to keep telling me that. So, great news there. So, what happened? What for everybody? We had a week off, so it's like we never even played. What happened?
You guys can take this one, or I'll do it. Whatever.
Does nobody know anything?
Okay,
It's a story.
All right,
all
so
of it,
I from what I remember was
Go for it.
we rested up. Like a couple, I think maybe a week went by. We rested up after the attack, and so
I'm pretty sure it's been a day.
Yeah, it was not a week. It was literally we had a montage. We had a montage of us getting patched up. But
yeah, we had a like the fallout of the encounter with Soren.
yeah.
We
The captain was
recuperated.
still alive.
Yeah, luckily everyone got brought back. Abel almost got yoinked in the afterlife by something else, except he stuck to his morals like a little idiot, and so his God stepped in.
Lame.
There was a
Yeah,
0% chance he was going to abandon his morals there.
Yeah, so his God stepped in and helped him when he got revivified and brought him back.
Annoying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, what could that thing possibly
What could that be about? Mahua had a nice nap while everyone else was dying. Bar almost got kind of close to dying, but they managed to pull him back, and he was good. Killian had a unfortunate experience of seeing his echo shatter him to a million pieces, so that sucked. And Evelyn had the time of her life doing her job for the final 10 minutes of, oh god, no, people are dying. And brought everyone somewhat back.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we had the jump cut of everyone getting healed, and we got put up in the homeless shelter, and we met with what's their names? I don't remember. Leader of Dawnguard, I think, something like that. What was his name?
Oh man, I did not realize the two villains for your campaign names were Saverin Cost and Sword Stone Rage. This is a problem. Because I thought you guys were getting it wrong all week. And I'm like, why do they keep referencing the wizard lizard? Like, why do they love this thing so much that they can't even remember the context in which he is in the game? And now I have just located, they both start with S, so I'm screwed. My dyslexia is going to just dominate this session.
Just stay wizard lizard with us.
Yeah.
Very
so
good.
we got to meet the guy who led the Dawnguard soldiers, named Anrath Falling Sun. And his half-elf lieutenant, and
Is that the flirtatious one?
Yes, we filled him in on everything that we got our ass kicked, and they're like, "Okay, I believe you. If you need anything, we'll just go grab it or whatever."
Yeah, all the corpses of Dawnguard soldiers really
yeah,
cried
so-
in our story.
Yeah, so Abel and Evelyn went off to go and get their stuff back from also getting it yoinked by Yin to get new stuff to replace it. They ran into the honey badger, the giant honey badger. That's very important. That's the most important character we've met so far.
It is.
There was a celebration going on.
There was. We weren't there yet, though. This was beforehand. Because
Honey Badger was at the celebration.
I know, but he was also there beforehand. They ran into. She pet him on the way. On the way.
I don't remember that.
Well, it happens because it's in the notes.
I'm probably wrong. It probably did happen. I'm just...
Yeah. So back at the homeless shelter, everyone was sad. Mahua was sad. He didn't notice. Oh God! Now that you said, I'm switching the names up. Sorted. Far and Killian had a slight conversation about the fact that Far still has this weird ghost thing and doesn't believe it exists. And then everyone came back together, and Rasmus was like, "Okay, let's go get their families out of Ishaya, because this is all really wild, and he just kicked all of our asses." Everyone had a discussion on that, mostly agreeing, and then we all got to go and hang out in the festivities that were happening outside because they didn't want to be sad. Evelyn rode the giant honey badger. Killian and Abel went to the Astral Sea and then successfully bullied Mahua into going to the Astral Sea. who had a giant vibe check where he met this alien thing and was like, "Stop being an idiot. This is your job.
Stop having an ego."
Yeah, this is your life goal. Start working at it." And Far walked off and met. I don't think we ever got a name for the guy, but he was basically.
Get a name.
Yeah, I don't think we got a name for him, but he was an older
I
gentleman.
got a first name.
Did we get a first name?
Yes.
Shoot, if we did, I did not grab it for whatever reason. He basically, his family was seemingly the royalty of Dawnguard or whatever.
Isaac.
And
they
they
got his name.
Yeah.
Oh, did we?
Isaac.
Okay, I just never. I don't know why I didn't write it. So I'm stupid.
Probably
but,
not important.
Yeah, probably not. We'll add that later.
You never want to hear the DM say that.
Was that also the same guy who fucking gave?
Yes. Yeah, we were getting to that. They had a conversation. They were like, "Oh, that's cool." He gave him a symbology of Dawnguard, but looked a bit different. And Far walked off. Hadrian tried to steal money, got outed by that same guy, and he gave him money. He's like, "Hey, don't do that. That's bad. Here's 100 gold." And gave him money. And so Far and Avalyn walked off and had some conversations, and Far helped to cast whatever it was that doubles their yield on their crops for a year. And it took him 8 hours, but he something was lacking it. Something was lacking that he was doing that, and he got 5 health because of it. That's about where we ended off. Really, was him getting his 5 health.
Isaac's from campaign 1, if you're interested.
Oh.
Oh!
Well.
You probably never run into him again now. That's why I told you. You had your shot.
I know. Damn.
Just for that, I'm gonna search him out.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
I can't do that.
There's something I needed to look up. Okay, cool. This is all good news. So we resume our campaign inside Dawnguard, where our groups have less than an hour before Tide, Rasmus, and the group are teleporting back to Sormir. You guys have an open invitation to teleport with him back to his compound in his kingdom to move forward in this pursuit of the Altar of Shadows, the Crimson Rose, and other conflicts that are occurring inside your game that you guys are interested in figuring out more of. Let's see. Yeah, get more centered here. Okay. I believe I have everything I need in front of me. So, I think there was one more thing I need to do, but that's all right. We'll remember it later. Oh, I remember now. Yeah, it's all right. It can wait. So, what do you guys want to do while you're still in the city of Dawnguard?
Wait, what time of day was it? Is it?
It's nighttime now because it took 8 hours to tend to the crops from Far. So it is.
I thought he
probably
did that
around...
overnight.
When did? That
Was
don't
that
sound
not
right.
because I thought it was we were leaving in the morning and the festivity was at night and we all went outside to go see it and he spent his 8
I
hours
don't
doing
believe
that.
so. I think the festival was like
I
the
think we
majority
woke
of
up.
the day. Like it
Was
started
that? Okay,
midday.
that's on me then. Sorry.
And then some of them did a couple things and then went out to the lands. Some of us ended up going back to the keep and just kind of waiting it out for the last little bit.
Okay. My bad.
Well, if I'm telling you, if Drew and Hunter played along, you would have won that gaslighting right there. Because at first I was like, no. And you start talking, I'm like, that does sound like a reasonable hours, but doesn't sound like my kind of hours. Okay, we were close. We almost had it. Okay. What do you guys want to do? If you don't do anything, I'm going to do things.
Is there
That's
any
not
of
threatening at
the
all.
is there any of the stalls still open, or is everything shut down for the night?
Not so much shut down, but winding down.
Because if there was a little time left, I'd like to stock up on, like, since they were giving out free like treats and stuff, I'll just get like a little sack full of just like pastries and stuff to snack out on journeys.
Yeah.
Or would you steal
It's going
them?
to cost a couple gold.
No.
Silver.
Oh, I thought it was free.
Some of it was. The first couple are free. Not everything's free.
Oh well, I'll just take. I mean, I don't have any money, so I'll just take what I can that's free.
We're all broke.
Okay, yeah. You can take what's free, so you can get one sample from everything. We'll still leave you with 10 or 12 of everything. That's the point.
Okay, that's enough for me. I'll just put like a bag of.
You notice, like, it's enough, man. Like, you don't feel the need to have more because there is so much that is free. But if you want excess, it's there for those that need it or want it.
So yeah, I'll just take whatever's free as a little to-go snack bag.
Sounds good.
Far wants to ask if there's like a library or historian kind of in town.
Yes, there is. Would you like to go see it? Sorry,
Yeah.
I just saw something. I had to write it down. Is there any libraries? There are, sir. But you have to guess my name for me to take you to it.
Oh no.
Final answer.
This isn't Last Star.
Not yet. Okay, cool. All right. Your DM's distracted. All right, he's got it. We could be playing right now, or we could continue to prep for potential things that might not even come up in this session. Your choice.
Nice.
All right, so you want to go to the library? Why do we? Okay, so you go to. It's a modest library. You get.
I will join him, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
Keelan will tag along with them as well.
Everybody who wants to go can absolutely go to the Dawn Guard library. It is modest and well provided for. It's a library that the soldiers also use for whatever their desires are or whatever needs they have. So it is well stocked in some regards, but the curators of the library let you know that the best selection of books is in fact at Dawn Call itself if you're looking to stay in Kingdom for your resources. Some of the other kingdoms have much vaster libraries, but what's available in Dawn Call in particular, that is specialized in Dawn Call, the city itself, the capital, versus Dawn Guard is a little more modest. So you're greeted by a, I'd say, gnomish curator as well, and he looks at you and he's like, "Oh, welcome to the library. Well, Wilkers and G. Willies. Good to see you. Welcome all. It's great to see fresh faces in the library. What can I do you for today?"
Far kind of walks up to him and pulls the hand-carved symbol out of his backpack. He's like, I'm curious about the history of Dawn Call. I was given this, and he shows him the older symbol that he was given, and is like, it looks similar to the current one.
He fixes manacles and leans over the desk all excited like. His desk, like, he's got a very high chair, and he's propped over with all these papers and books stacked high. Candles are lit all around inside here on his desk. It is complete clutter on his desk, but a majority of the library looks to be immaculate in its organization. You see, as he comes over, he goes, "Oh, what you got there is an original crest of Dawn Call. Oh, that's a special token. Where did you find something like that?"
It was given to me as a gift.
Oh, fancy gift for fancy people.
What is it like? What is the original symbology? How was Dawn Call founded?
Oh, sure thing. I'm quite an expert, let me tell you, in our history. As he then goes over and takes a couple books, or takes a couple cards out and writes down the shelf numbers where the books are, just in case you want to go have in more detail than just what's off the top of my head, as he slides it across the table. Dawn Call was founded nearly 2,000 years ago. It was an incredible society because the two leaders of Dawn Call stood up to Asmodeus himself. Our leaders used to wear that very symbology themselves. And for standing up and casting Asmodeus out of our world, he cursed them and their child to eternal poison and death into the next worlds. The parents of this said child, they suffered greatly and into the afterlife, but they, in fact, were able to save their child, who they stored inside a demiplane for some time until the Herald Tyrion Pyrescale actually used his magical wish ability.
What was the name of the leaders?
In my notes. Oh, actually, I have it right here. The leaders was courageous, strong Elspeth Dawncaller, and the more timid and more magically inclined Dariel Dawncaller were the parents of this child, and are founders and the great leaders of Dawncall. And so, in Dawncall, in their image, we have a council that helps govern many of our decisions here, but we always have to have at least one person inside that takes the role of our leader Elsef and our leader Dariel. And they take up the very same martial arts as per se, or martial studies, as we always need to have somebody of the arcane abilities and incredible swordsmanship as our leaders in Dawncall.
Interesting. That's an interesting mechanic to have for a government.
Oh, it's something special. It keeps our beautiful tradition rich with the rationalization of thought between people. We're not big fans in single leaders, as you may have guessed with the way we've cast out gods from our world as best we can. We don't look down on those that worship, in case any of you are the holy type. It's just we choose to believe in each other and not some other entities in the sky that may have other motives besides doing the best for each other.
Why was the symbol changed from its original what it used to be?
Oh, people just enjoyed the different looks, and as time went on, more or less, styles change, trends go on, and revisions happen over time. And the one you have is modest, but, we modernize. And as conflicts have occurred throughout time, it's taken on new banners. One of which was when the Madness Wars were occurring. We had to make sure to change under a new unity. And what gives a brighter sense of unity than a sparkling brand new symbol to rally behind?
Interesting. All right. Well, thank you. And then he's gonna grab the books where to go, and
Yep.
just wants to kind of do an overview. He's curious about the history of places.
Yes, take care, enjoy.
When Killian and Abel were standing behind him and he mentions Tyrion,
Yep.
Killian's gonna kind of lean over to Abel and go, "Holy shit, we have that guy's cup, right?"
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything, right?
It's so cool. It's still something.
Yeah, I mean, it's
had.
cool.
That's
It's
so
cool.
neat.
I'm just maybe it's got secret magical potential.
Maybe, but
But
it's
it's
also
got
just
a lot-
cool bragging rights to say you have it.
I know.
Pretty cool.
I do think it's pretty cool.
Could I help you gentlemen with anything in the library?
I was actually wondering about if you had any books that may pertain to vampires or certain other types of mythological creatures like that.
Oh, yeah, sure. We keep a selection. And takes out another one of those note cards and writes down a few shelf numbers in their Dewey Decimal System. Slides it over to you. You can check those sections and you can hopefully find what you're looking for.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're very helpful.
Oh, you're welcome. Such a kind young man.
I will go to those numbers.
I guess Killian's the only one left.
Yeah, he's staring at you.
Yeah. You mentioned to Far there that you got one of your leaders has to be good at martial arts. You got anything about Dawnguard specialties on that? Any books? Anything like that?
Oh, sure. There's many chronicles, as it's actually quite a cultural phenomenon, you might say here. Many of the aspiring women of Dawncall all aspire to be as talented as the Elspeth Dawncaller was with the sword. So yes, there is lots of training that many of the young ladies of the land like to check out from time to time. So you might have some trouble actually finding some of those, but I'm sure we try to keep multiple copies here.
Well, if you got any, you can point me in the right direction. If any, I'd be happy to look.
Yes,
but-
yes. Here, you tried these shelves. I know many of the military stationed here keeps them checked out on quite a continuous rotation, but you might be able to pick something up. Now, for Dariel's training manuals of sorts, he was more wizardly inclined, and we got those in stock for days. The people aren't as interested in him at the higher levels, let me tell you. The introduction sells pretty well and gets checked out often, but not many come back after.
Yeah, I think that's a bit above my pay grade right now, too. So
Oh, sure, that's fine, yes. I mean, that's why they specialized, and they made such a good team back in the day. Taking on a Lord of Hell and beating him nonetheless. You know, you kind of gotta specialize. It's like economics, you know?
Yep.
Oh, and Abel will return back. Also,
Hello again.
are you done, Killian? I don't want to interrupt.
I mean, we're just about done. What do you need?
I was wondering if you had any books on like inspiring leaders, like military leaders, political leaders.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like manuscripts and speeches, that sort of thing.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a few of them. You'll probably find them in the political section here. There you are. We believe in being able to hear the words of just about everybody except the real crazy crazies. We don't let those in. But like for everything else, we're very open-minded, even to like understanding the difficult histories of the world. That the Skolberheim genocide is a sore spot for many, but let me tell you, you need to learn about these things.
That is a very noble intention. I applaud you and the rest of Dawn Call for being so open-minded.
Yes.
And so sensitive about the tragedies of history.
Oh, indeed. I mean, if you want to talk about the genocides, we got lots of those.
I don't want to talk about the genocides.
I'm really happy to talk about
They're not
genocide.
Great, let me tell you. It ruins most people's days.
They're really not. I've heard of it. I have just enough of an understanding to not want to know more.
Some consider the Madness War genocide, but it depends on who you talk to.
Yep, probably.
I'm gonna go find those books now.
Yeah, go ahead, certainly. And if you need any help with the genocide stuff, just let me know. It's unbelievable how often it happens in history. It's quite depressing. You think we learn all these hundreds of thousands of years, and it just keeps happening over and over again.
Put his hand on the desk and go, "Thank you for your help."
Yeah, welcome, young sir.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, this is all paid for by the taxes of the people of Dawncall, free to read and use. Information should not be held as a priority for the rich and powerful. Enjoy your day.
And we split to our books.
All right.
Yeah, man. The genocide dome.
That was like the conversation where I was like, Nick would walk away, but Abel would not because Abel's too polite. I had to correct myself at the moment.
Keeps going.
Because I was gonna say Abel walks away, but he wouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, I see you didn't go to the genocide shelves, young sir. Let me readjust you.
He's really ready to talk about genocide.
All right, everybody. What are you looking to get out of the books? What do you want to do? You can make investigation checks, and then you can ask me what you're looking to get out of the books, and I'll let you know how close you are to getting something like that out of the books.
Would you like me to do 2 separate investigation checks for the 2 topics?
Absolutely.
Or one? Okay.
Yep.
So the first topic that I want to do is vampires, and I'm specifically looking for weaknesses other than silvered weapons, because I know that now.
Yep.
And also, lands that vampires have tended to congregate in the past.
Yep.
And then investigation, you said, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be an 11.
Okay. So you're able to find one of the books on vampires here. It feels a little bit, as you read through it, there may be embellishments and exaggerations here and there. It has some pretty caricatured views of vampires inside the books for the drawings, and depictions of them.
Like a stereotype.
But it does talk about how silver weapons are a weakness towards them. Stakes, wooden stakes driven through their hearts, are a weakness to them. The sun can destroy them if they're left out in the sun too long. It talks about their images not appearing inside mirrors, and that they are weak to garlic and can be destroyed given enough garlic. And I would say it does discuss that there is a large population that exists in Lastar, And
Hold on.
Yeah.
My connection is shitting out right as you got to that juicy information.
Okay.
Say it again.
All of it? All of it.
Just like when you started getting to location stuff is when you started roboting.
So in Last Star, there is an entire city that is run and lived in by vampires called Gloomhaven. And that is the vampire capital of the entire continent where they congregate, and they have been known to be friendly and in good relations with Last Star.
All right.
The capital and the kingdom.
All right. I will wait to do my other one until the other two have gone, so don't take up too much.
I will. So far, I was just looking for information on the history, and especially just kind of where Isaac, the person he met, falls. So I also got an 11.
Cool. So reading about the history of Isaac, he's more a myth and legend of sorts. As you're reading through, he is the son of the two founders of Dawncaul, and they would put his age around 362 years old to 370 years old at this point. He's just a normal human, but there's speculation that whatever magic that the Herald used on him may have extended his life for longer. He had compatriots that had been written about in the ages of a magical, larger-than-life owl, and he typically is seen with these gigantic versions of animals that you would normally see of more reasonable sizes. He really made his mark in making good relations with the people of the surrounding kingdoms, with the Malorans during his time, and with those in need. He established his parents' system of always looking out for one another and helped really drive Dawncaul into the friendly world that it is today through his philosophies that was mandated inside the government, in particular systems of ridding corruption, has been pretty strong throughout the culture of Dawncaul. With that said, he was a horribly weak military leader, and they were very vulnerable to attacks, and it took decades and decades and decades to build up their strength, and eventually at a necessity when the Madness Wars occurred, Dawncaul's military had to be structured in a way much better than it was. So technically the Madness Wars would have happened during his absence of time, so they would have been established, now that I'm thinking of my own canon. So the military would have been a little well established, and he would have been really shit at it for like a few hundred years, and he probably would have only been in power for 100 years, and then when other people would have came in, they would have refined Dawncaul's military over the next 250 to 300 years to make it what you guys see today. But he's definitely more the loving, huggy, hippie type of leader, not the war and military expansion type of leader.
Thank you.
Yeah. Killian.
Killian kind of just wants to look for the the instruction manuals if he can find them on just any fighting styles or anything that he wouldn't have picked up in Ashaya, something more Dawncaul related, I guess.
Go ahead and make that investigation check.
Hey, that's pretty good for me. That's an 18.
That's solid. The shelves are empty, but you go to 2 or 3 different sections, and eventually you find one copy that's left. You can tell this is a cultural phenomenon. People probably just check this out just to have it because they have to have it. It's one of those things that everyone aspires to, and these are clearly mythical figures in the eyes of most people of Dawncaul. They don't worship gods, but they certainly worship their leaders in similar ways, despite a counterculture that's very against worship of individuals or entities. So it's a very strange dynamic, because it's not like no one shall be worshipped, but it's just like, hey, stop that! Stop that! They're like, oh yeah, I'm doing it again. So it's a weird ebb and flow. Discussing many of Elsif's Dawncaul's combat prowess. This is a entry level into what most people start to train to hopefully become a replacement for that figurehead. You get a sense of the hierarchy it goes over inside here of like how the military is structured, how the governments are structured, how both the military and civilian branches are very well balanced with one another, and the way laws are enacted and how governance is made. But all this needs to be understood because the third branch is balanced by the two individuals, the figureheads that lead Dawn Call and many of their, especially world relations that happen, or inter-kingdom relations between the different kingdoms of the world. So it hits a lot of that because it's an entry book of more or less just understanding the role. And then it starts getting into some of the basics, which you are aware of a fair amount of the swordplay and stuff. And I'd say with an 18, the first type of advanced stuff you start to hear are some of the very different techniques she was capable of. Not only having magical blades, but being able to put her innate magical abilities into her blades, understanding her ability to harness her own strength and rage to fight, and to understand her abilities to not only smite other beings, but also to do things in combat that you remember your mentor teaching you about. Especially this would be in reference to superiority tactics that are typically used inside fighters. What's different about Dawn Call's methodology versus what you would have seen in Ashaya? Ashaya is a really good melting pot and mixing of fighting strategies and cultures. Dawn Call's is very much, let's see, so Sormir's would be very traditional base. Ashaya's is a great melting pot, while Dawn Call's would probably be more modernized, would be their combat. They're always looking for what is the newest and best thing to stay ahead of the curve for keeping our land safe and making sure gods are not controlling our world to the best of their ability. Last Star, as it talks in reference to all these, doesn't really focus hard on physical combat. They are so obsessive with magic. They don't per se ignore it, and that's where Elspeth's relationships with people inside Last Star did come into play with spell swords in the past. And Rumble is just like it's brutal. They are just like
knuckle brawl, beat the shit out of each other.
Everything, yep, is a maul. Everything is a bludgeoning weapon. Even if they're sharp, they shall be used as bludgeoning weapons until proven otherwise.
Jesus.
Nice. All
there
right.
you go. Solid 18.
Yeah. That's probably the best I'm ever going to roll on an intelligence check.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do at the library?
There was one other thing I wanted to research.
Oh, is that guy just not here anymore? Okay, Hadrian's dead. He just drops dead from
He
boredom.
drops
He's
dead.
gone. Oh, I guess I'm not playing now, so I'm gonna leave. What a tool. All right, what do you... Go ahead.
I'm specifically looking for, like, manuscripts of speeches,
Mm-hmm.
and how speeches can be imbued with magic to, like, enhance the ability of other people.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's the kind of area I'm looking at right now.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your investigation check. I take all the trash talking I took back. He did alert us inside the chat that he would be RB.
17. 17.
Oof. All right. So in terms of speeches, there wouldn't be anything here that really gets to the magical effects of inspiring people. That's something you would find in Last Star archives, not Dawn Call. Dawn Call does have speeches in history that are impactful, such as those are the speeches of different leaders of Dawn Call and the way they've inspired their people to get through their darkest times. like the Madness Wars, like the loss of their leaders of the original Dawn Calls, the return of the Sun, and so forth. There is a speech in particular, was a speech that a Ashen Azurin gave in Last Star upon her return and acceptance of her headmaster position that impacted everybody, as it is noted that she came from one of the prior collapses in the history of the world, and she is the late wife of the notable mage Adium Azurin, who used a weapon called Skybreaker to kill a dragon god in recent history. They are notorious for being the last living individuals of the Kezerat race, and this speech itself was discussing the impact of, funny enough, another genocide and other
No, we're back at it
and the
again.
role of magic in the world, and lots of philosophical stuff such as that.
All right. Yeah, I will essentially just jot down some cool lines that I might spit at some people in combat.
I would
Just
say
as he's reading, the gnome peeks his head up. Do you want to hear about the genocide with it? Right there. Come on. Come on.
I want to hear about the genocide.
I'd say you would hear some pretty good speeches from Rumble, from the Air Ganassi about the way philosophies to live life, but pardon me, by the Earth Ganassi leader, who talks about a more unified world and a more cohesive thinking. And from Sormir, you would probably hear some stuff, a bunch of eulogy speeches for passing kings have been recorded, inspiring speeches, and the I got a problem. The address for Sorenfall after the collapse of Starcrest during the Madness Wars. One of the late castles and strongholds of Sormir that no longer exist in this day and age.
All right.
Which some could consider genocide.
I feel involuntarily more knowledgeable about genocide than I want to do. It was like I really came here because I want to inspire my friends in combat, and I just left being sad because I read about 2 different genocides.
You step outside the door and the sign says library, but right below it's just the word genocide.
Well,
like just in case.
Unfortunately, what you learn, the more you research about history, the more you learn that genocide is always on the menu.
Yeah. Well, Abel will be slightly sad.
Mm-hmm. Good.
I will also BRB now.
Good.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for telling me. I won't judge you as hard.
Well, that was going on. Can I find Hadrian and talk to him?
Yeah.
So I'm like, so I'm assuming everyone else is at the library, so it's just me and Hadrian.
No.
No.
In the back of the room is however you would like to describe yourself, Mahua.
I mean, I had mentioned last time that I was just kind of sitting in the room and waiting, just very contemplative, sitting on the bed, not really speaking.
So he is just sitting in the back corner. You can choose to ignore contemplative boy or not while you guys talk. It is almost comedically encouraged that you're like, oh, everybody's gone. You see Mahua. Yeah, everybody's gone. And you talk to Hadrian.
Well, just for my sake, I'm like, Hadrian, can I talk to you for a minute real quick in private?
Why can't you just talk to me here?
It's something that I don't feel comfortable sharing with everyone.
Sure.
All
right.
You two walk into the hall.
So, remember that night the vampire showed up in the tent, and that same night you got the pearl that you're supposed to throw at Lord Rasmus, and was talking about all the wishes of everybody that he could help make come true if we sided with them?
Yes.
I just I wanted to say thank you for not telling anybody about what he said about me. I know out of context, it seems like when he's saying revenge, it could be interpreted as something malicious or evil, but it's nothing like that. It's a really complicated situation, and I don't feel comfortable sharing, with the whole group right now. So the fact that you kept that to yourself, means a lot to me because it's hard for me to trust people. So
Well, what is the situation? Is I can't guarantee I can keep it a secret if it's gonna affect the group.
so do you know anything about Flat Scott?
I'm just gonna say no.
It was a small community, about 200 people. We kind of kept to ourselves, and we didn't really, we were kind of, I guess, what you could have referred to as like, we didn't really have armies or anything like that. We were just a small community in the forest. We had some merchants come by that would drop stuff off, sell supplies and whatnot, but for the most part we kept to ourselves, and we were kind of our isolated community. And well, let's just say it's not there anymore, and I want to get back at the creature that destroyed my home.
Does the creature have anything to do with the vampires?
No. The vampires, the main reason I have a problem with them is because the Raven Queen, which is the patron I serve, despises all undead and anything that goes against the natural cycle of life and death. So, as a cleric in her stead, it's my duty to destroy anything that perverts that cycle.
So what is the creature?
It was a hill giant. It was a hill giant, and it had a group of goblins and other things, and they ransacked the town and killed pretty much everybody, and then took what they had left. And hill giants, if you don't know, they tend to eat pretty much anything. So I saw some pretty horrific things, and I didn't have the power to stop it or do anything. And so I'm trying to get stronger to be able to go back and avenge my community, my family.
How long ago was this?
About 6-7 years.
So what have you been doing since then? Just trying to get more powerful so
trying to survive, trying to find ways. For the first couple of years, it was all about survival. I had no money. I had nowhere to go. I traveled from towns to cities, trying to figure out to get by, and was met with a lot of resistance and hostility. And so eventually I ended up where you guys found me, and I was looking for an opportunity to be able to join up with a group to be able to grow my own strength so that I could take back I could get back at the person that destroyed my town.
So why do you want to keep this from the group? It doesn't really seem like...
I don't like to talk about it, and it's one thing to tell somebody that already knows, but it's another to have to relive and explain everything. And some people might not like the notion of revenge, as it can seem wrong, but I know in my...
I think it's pretty valid. You know, speaking from experience.
I would agree with that, Hadrian.
But I guess I'm not ready to explain and share with everyone yet. I'm getting there. It's just not something I like to talk about all the time. So
Fair enough.
But once again, I wanted to say thanks, and that means a lot. So and then I'll go back into the room.
You walk back in the room. Hadrian, what are you doing?
I'll put her back in the room.
As you go to walk back in the room, Saverin holds the door shut and goes, "Excuse me. You two don't get to just ignore me."
Oh, so he was actually
Oh,
here.
yeah, I
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
sure.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
shit. Oh, shit. He was actually here.
Wait, he
I
was
wasn't
actually
fucking
there?
around, you little bitches!
You guys know!
Wait, is that
Ah,
Nick is still
no,
gone.
Too
I know
bad!
the wizard is
Too
there.
bad!
No, I'm just saying it's funny. I'm not
Too
saying
bad!
It's
You
funny.
guys
It's
think
great.
you can do whatever you want. Shoot from the hip. Fucking listen up. I love that you're so like the beautiful backstory stuff, and then just so and goes away
Nick,
completely
listen,
tunnel
he's back.
vision.
Wait, Nick's not even...
Yeah, he has to know.
He doesn't need
Nick,
to
put it
know.
down
He
on
wasn't
set.
here. Screw him.
No, but it's
yeah,
it's so
great.
funny.
Later.
ah.
Oh, so Hadrian, you get revenge then. That's good. We can understand one another.
Need a fucking minute.
You need a minute. What is this funny
No,
to
no.
you, Hadrian?
Oh.
Do I amuse you and all my brethren you killed out in those fields? It was quite
what?
troublesome. Quite troublesome what you and your little friends did. And yet here you are thinking you're off scot-free, it would seem, frolicking through the field.
I mean, you did say you'd kill me, and you did kind of do that. So.
We did. We're even. Isn't it great? Even my boss thinks so. You're a dead cause to him. But yet here you are, still standing, and I like that about you. Oh, I do. So, as mentioned all sorts of interesting things when we were talking back in... Oh, what? Feels like ages ago, doesn't it? When the world was much simpler.
Wait. Did he just, like, randomly show up?
He was just in the hallway. What you now realize is, as soon as you two walked out, he was there the whole fucking time.
No, what I'm asking is... Because I did the thing.
The thing.
I
What
left the
thing?
note. for him to
Oh, yeah.
show up. Is that... But that was like an hour ago.
Yeah,
So
that's the best part, is like, he just took it. He wasn't...
Oh, he was just chilling.
He was chin-chilling, for certain.
He's been lurking.
Yes, I got your note. And he unclicks it and gives it back to you.
Adam.
So, what I find interesting about such a interesting idea that you had there is maybe there is more for us to do together. Why did you
What do
send
you-
me an Instagram post in the middle of our game, you fuck? I
Wait,
thought this was
hold on.
important DM stuff, Hunter. God damn it, Hunter. Oh my god.
So wait, is Avalon aware that Cost is here?
No!
I have no,
No
fucking
clue!
Okay, good.
I had tunnel
Okay,
vision.
good.
Yep.
Yeah, Dork
Tunnel
Chuck,
Vision
she's
told
gone.
you a story. He was standing right behind Avalon the whole time listening. He was going to say something immediately. Then he's like, oh, they're having a moment. And then you guys had your moment and you went inside. And then he said something verbally. And he's like, all right, gonna have a conversation here with my man here. And maybe. And then she just walked away. He's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
No, it's Reed like stopped the music. I was like, wait, was he not messing around? Is he actually here? And he's like, oh shit, no, he's here.
Music
Oh,
tells
shit.
the entire story, let me tell you.
Oh my god. That's funny.
So, I think, keep it on the down low, Adrian. But maybe our, leader's gone a bit, over time. He's a little... had too much time to fester when he took charge. After the last leader of the Altar of Shadows went, by his own hand, may I say. Not our leaders, the new leader's hand. It wasn't a suicide, it was a murder.
Right.
I figured the way I said that was a little confusing. Anyway.
I'm so confused right now.
Oh, see, that's why I figured it would be. Our leader right now, Killian, he killed our previous leader.
Wait, Killian?
Yeah, well, you know what fucking sucks is that name was here far before this fucker showed up in my campaign, and he's got a whole commission, so his name ain't changing. Not a
Oh, that's funny.
fucking chance it's changing. It's done.
Killian's the blonde dude, who
Yeah,
shot me and murdered me. Okay,
yes.
okay.
Killian Harkin is his name. He's quite powerful, as you can see, and I think it'd be nice to have a change in the old monarchy of sorts.
So you want to get rid of him?
Oh, a vacation. Rid is a strong word. It's just there's other planes he could do things on.
So, like, what, you want me to do this?
I mean, you're not capable of doing this, please.
I don't think so, no. So why
you
bring it
amuse
up
me.
if I can't do it?
Because you have new friends. And I can help you with your new friends maybe undermine the Altar of Shadows. Think here. Think big picture here. Why bring it up? Jesus, aren't you the one that infiltrated your buddy's entire place and brought it down from the inside, you little psychopath? Come on, stay with me.
So, what are you? If this gets done,
Yeah.
what do you? Take control? Command of Ultra Shadows?
I'd like to, maybe, if that's an option on the table.
So
or
is
some
this
other
just like-
people, and then maybe we could join Gloomhaven as a reasonable lot of vampires instead of extremists.
So where are you right now if you're not in Gloomhaven?
Okay. So there's levels of trust here, Adrian, and you're at the fucking bottom. Let me tell you that much. Okay? And if we're gonna start playing this game, we're not gonna get very far.
No, I thought I could sneak in.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, so you keep overestimating your your abilities, which is adorable
Well, you're
to a
at-
degree.
You're asking me to do a big thing here. so
I'm
maybe you should help
talking
me a
to you.
little.
Sent me a letter asking for what are you? Do you remember?
See, I asked for one thing, and then what you're asking is like an exceeding amount of, I'm gonna get absolutely fucked.
I mean, that is a possibility, but you're probably gonna have that happen all the same to you, regardless of what you do. It seems.
I'm willing to figure out a way to do this
Oh, good. That's a good start.
if you get rid of Sorden permanently. Done.
So. Oh, taps you on your shoulders and on the side of your face. Oh, you're a funny fucker, aren't you?
God damn it.
You're a funny one.
I fucking love
It's so fun. I love Wizard Lizard. I
So,
love
at
Ross.
what point will you rejoin me in this physical reality? You barely skated by with your life with my friends, and then your friends don't like you anymore, and then you demand that I'm going to, what was that? Get rid of C2 Sorted. Right then. You have any idea what this guy's been up to, the shit he's been huffing? Yeah, no. No, the answer is no. I'm
The
good.
shit he's been doing.
You're good. I love this.
Do you remember him having purple eyes? Because that wasn't the norm before.
What do I? Is he talking about in the encounter, or is he talking about generally with the purple eyes?
He's talking about Sordin. Because apparently
Yeah.
he's seen Sordin before and after when he's apparently gotten purple eyes. You never saw him with purple eyes until the encounter.
Okay.
Oh.
I mean, you said you saw Sordin last time we spoke recently.
Oh, I did. I did see him, and he seemed, potentially.
What, did you talk to him? Did you say anything?
Since? No, but I
Not
heard the
since
ruckus.
then. You didn't tell me anything then because big buddy Killian ambushed our entire army and murdered us all.
I didn't know what the heck was going on, I gave you a job to do, and you fucked that up, too. So, I mean, it's like an endless... I mean, what do you expect to happen? I tell you simple here, kill Tide, and that's it. And then you're like, you fucked it up.
Well,
and then
the
our
detail
guys
was,
die. It's not good business, I tell you that much.
I can't really kill Tide when his mages have a bomb in my neck.
Nonsense. We'd bring you back. We got all sorts of techniques.
I don't really want to be a vampire. Thank you very much.
No, you don't have to be so racist, all right? You don't have to be so judgmental. We don't turn everybody we see into vampires. It's actually quite a niche group. You don't just get to become a vampire. You have to earn some of those respects.
So if I keep fucking everything up, why are you asking me to do this?
You're the one that reached out to me, you little turd.
Well, if you're not willing to help me with the sword situation, why would I help you with this situation?
Holy
Throw
shit.
me a bone!
Oh, man, you are. Oh, my God. We could work on other things besides asking for the moon and stars, you little bastard. Oh,
what else? He kind of walked in a room.
How old are you? I'm nearly 4,000 years old. And
what
what
you're
are you,
asking
12?
is unreasonable.
Oh, my God. This is why we don't even talk to humans anymore. They're so stupid. Oh, my God.
What? Have you consulted anybody else on this, removing your big bad noble buddy?
Oh, no, I mean, that's none of your business, all right? I get around, but I can assure you there are
If you're
plenty
asking
of
me
other
to do it, I'd
places.
like to know who else is in the know about your little plan to overthrow your buddy.
You don't need to know nothing, and nobody's going to believe you anyway.
If
you
I don't
start
know
sprouting
anything, I can't
things.
really do anything.
Yes, you can, Hadrian.
What? All right.
Jesus. You just
I'm
can't.
open ears. Explain to me how this gets done.
You have
Explain it to
your
me.
group of friends. You've already influenced Tide Rasmus to a degree. He would be happy to follow any leads I might give you to the Altar of Shadows. We can do all sorts of things together. Your buddies and Tide are such a force that could easily, with the right pushes here or there, information I feed you, take on the altar while I try and do other things.
See, you're talking about feeding information, but all I've heard is that you want this guy gone. That's it. What information would you feed us that would actually make this possible?
Do you understand how?
Because he
information
nearly murdered us all.
Yes, I'm aware. Very good at that. Let me assure you, he's very good at that.
Yeah, so avoiding that would be like a step one.
No
Step two.
kidding. Wow, lecture me some more. You think I've survived under his reign for nearly 300 plus years and haven't considered that? Hadrian, please, inform me more as I can reconsider ever responding to another one of your stupid fucking letters again, please. Please.
You got that letter very quickly, so you must have been on your way here already.
I was already in town, you dumb bastard. I was watching all of you get your ass handed to you. It was amazing. And then you wrote a little letter, and your little courier friend is, sleeping now for a while. And we
Wait,
are...
courier friend?
Yes, who you sent the message off with.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, it's a stranger. What do you care? He'll wake up in a few hours. He'll be fine.
All right, the sword problem, whatever. You can't deal with that. What do I get in return for helping you out here?
You came and asked for me. What do you...
Well, you can't provide what I asked for, so what should I...
Would you like me to get you a professorship at Last Star while I'm at it, or maybe a royal title in Sormir? Like, why don't you ask for some reasonable shit there, you little... I mean, what do I expect? I mean, oh my god, I don't know what I expect. You survived the encounter, so I thought maybe there was a chance that you had something in you, some moxie in you, but it's just insanity is what I'm figuring out. You're just literally crazy. And that's saying something, because I'm surrounded by some people that are scientifically mad, but they still have their shit more together than you, is what I'm seeing right now.
Having your mentor walk in a room, absolutely murder 6 people,
Yes.
and then walk out is not really, good for your mental health.
Oh, I agree.
So,
I agree.
If you could provide any, okay.
What do you want? Something reasonable.
I just want to get away from that dude.
Okay.
That's it.
I can
Nothing
keep
else.
tabs on them, let you know where I see them, so you can steer clear.
I mean, I think that's fair, and I will convince the group to deal with your, noble buddy.
Cool. All right. Well, he's got a big meeting coming up soon, so hopefully I haven't missed it already. So I'm gonna go check on that shit, but it's not a great start, but it's something. All right, we'll be in touch, Hadrian. Don't ever put it in writing ever again, you moron. All right, see you later. And he teleports away.
I like the idea that Abel is in across town reading a book about how to kill vampires or what are vampires, while Hadrian is sitting here with a vampire halfway across
I know,
town.
and I was talking about hating and wanting to destroy all undead.
A silvered weapon in garlic and do extra damage. Meanwhile, Hadrian's like, how about you kill this man for me?
I would also like to,
you vampire man.
I would like to point out, over the past week, we were sitting there in call, and Adam was like, you don't know the shit I've got planned. I've got some dumb shit in the pipeline. I'm like, what are you on about, Adam? What are you doing? It better not be the vampires. And here we are!
Immediately it was. Nothing like... dude, what was your perspective on trying to talk down to the wizard lizard like you were in control of the conversation? I want
to know that too.
Baffled. All right, you think about that for after the session. All right, we'll come back to whatever.
Write a report on that. Okay.
Yeah, get back to us. That rationale was fascinating.
The conversation would have went so different if I recognized he was there.
The idea they're just in the hall screaming at each other while Avalon and Hadrian or Avalon and Mahou are in the room just
vibing.
We'll leave it a bit.
Vibing.
Okay, I'm just so glad Far wasn't nearby for this.
Right?
Thank God.
You don't know Far's passive. You don't know.
Yeah, he could have
He
a
sees
mile
all.
range.
He sees all.
You can't hear through doors passively. It's not how passive perception works.
He's not a ghost.
You sure? You sure about that?
Mahua, do you ever want to play in the sessions on this stream? Is there anything you would like to do?
Well, I mean, I saw them walk out, and then I saw only one walk in, so I would get curious after a bit.
Okay.
Did he walk away, Evelyn?
What's up?
You walked out with Hadrian, and only you came back. We're all supposed to be waiting. We're supposed to be coming back to.
Yeah, he's laying in a pool of blood out there. Yeah, I had to show him a thing or two. No, yeah, I don't know. He's probably just
get up and walk to the door and open it.
Yep. You see Hadrian looking just perplexed, confused, and possibly extremely annoyed.
What are you doing?
He's just standing there like a weirdo.
Just mulling over some things Avalon said.
It's been 10 minutes.
Sure,
yeah, she had a lot to say.
What?
Yeah, you'll find out eventually.
I just look around and no one.
Don't worry, you'll know eventually. You'll get it.
You know, after all the shit you put us through, you should really be careful about keeping secrets, you know?
Adrian literally
I'm
did
warning.
Like, she
I
just
don't
asked me
care
to
as
keep a
much
secret for
for,
her. You
like,
want her to-
the rest of the group, like, gonna get very annoyed with you, Hadrian, I gotta say. I don't care as much, but, like, if they're all... I mean, you gotta learn to trust some people. Seriously.
That's literally Hadrian right now.
Yeah, you would.
You wouldn't do it.
Oh god. That was
He's going Joker mode.
I mean, after my trip to the Astral Sea, I was basically gonna be waiting for whenever we were ready to leave, so I'm waiting for everybody to come back.
Wait, are you just saying this to me, or are you?
Yeah,
just
I'm saying that. No, that's to read.
That's to me.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So you guys can return to the room if you so choose.
I had
Alright.
a full scale 180 of my worldview, and so I'm taking some time to digest that. You know, Reed.
Yeah, I know.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing?
Yeah, we had a nice time at the library. It was pretty good. What did you read about it, Abel? What did you guys do?
Could I get some free garlic on the way home? Just like
Sure.
a clove or two? Okay, cool.
The rest of the
I learned
group returns
vampires
home.
are alert or like, you know, weak to garlic as well. So
That's neat. You think we're gonna run into them again?
I mean, listen, I want to take down both the Altar Shadows and the Crimson Rose.
That's
And
true,
I
but
think-
both people we've run into with these guys have just decimated our shit.
Yeah, but I also think if I ask the group right now, like,
Oh, I
who
got
would you rather take on right now? People are gonna vote for the vampires because we
Well,
did almost all die.
I mean, Sordin, yeah, he definitely almost killed all of us, but the one vampire guy just dropped Hadrian dead. Like,
did do that.
straight
That is
up. He just crumpled.
We need to work on
That's a
that.
bit. I think that's a bit scarier because
But
Sordin.
I think
like, there was a
even
small
with that
chance
in
of him getting
mind,
out.
even with that in mind, I think Hadrian would still vote for the vampires.
About that.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, hi. Sorry.
Oh, are we back
Wait,
now?
are you back?
Yeah,
I
we're
think
Yeah,
back.
no, this was like in the middle of the room, but then like
Yeah,
he
everybody's
just
back.
talked to Killian.
Yeah.
But this is like audible. We can all hear this, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's in the room.
yeah.
Everyone's back. Everybody returned from the libraries. Interact with your friends.
About
Yeah.
the vampires, our buddy the Wizard Lizard just kind of said hi. He's here out like 5 minutes ago.
Adrian, I'm trying to be sympathetic with you.
What the fuck, Hadrian?
Killian's
I'm
gonna
trying
have bullets into Hadrian,
I
just-
literally just asked you about this 20 minutes ago.
I was gonna wait until the group was here, all right?
Why didn't you just say that then instead of just lie to my face?
Because you know,
Well, hey,
Hadrian,
hey,
every
at least-
time we establish a level of trust with you, you manage to dig it out from under us. Every
I'm
time.
telling you.
I get it. I'm gonna put my hand on like his shoulder and be like, hey, at least take some solace in the fact that if he lies to you again, he'll just admit to it 20 minutes later. So you won't be lied to for that long.
We might be dead by then at this rate.
I can't wait for that to come up. That is totally coming back at some point where 20 minutes later when everyone's about to die, Hadrian's gonna be like, yeah, so we know!
Figure that out.
Sorry, continue.
Anyways, all right. So obviously, we're at a bit of a crossroads here because
Wait, are we just gonna
Yeah.
ignore the fact that the Wizard Lizard was just
Yeah,
here?
what did he say? What was
sorry.
What did he want?
I got so swept up in the joke, I kind of like brain farted.
Sorry.
Yes.
What did he say?
What does he want?
Well, he had a proposal.
And that proposed
Yeah.
is
I kind of was like, I didn't really feel like fighting him since we all just kind of like died 2 days ago, 1 day ago.
I
But
mean,
he
that's
was like his big buddy that murdered me, Mr. Noble.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
What was
scary.
him?
Killian and I were just talking about him.
Well, his name is Killian Arkhart. What was it?
That's weird.
Tarkin.
Yeah,
What? No.
That's uncanny.
No, that's dumb.
there's no way that.
Don't
No.
test
No,
me.
it-
Don't fucking
That's
test
what he
me.
said.
He'll show up
That's what-
right now and rip your and kill Killian, and
No,
we won't
no.
have a problem.
Yes.
Sordin.
There can only be one.
Or he
Tavern
killed,
cost will let him know there's another idiot running around with his name.
or he kills everybody but Killian, and then everybody comes back as different people named Killian. And we've got the Killian show.
Jim.
All right.
Okay.
Anyways, all right. So about this other Killian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cost doesn't really want him running the Altar of Shadows anymore, and was kind of implying that we should get rid of him. But
Well, I agree with that, but I feel like he has nefarious intent.
well, no
Who
shit.
does he want
Sherlock.
running the Altar of Shadows?
I would assume
It's probably him.
We have
Probably
no
him.
reason to trust this guy. He has done nothing but cause problems for us.
Well, if I had to pick between, the guy that murdered you, Five, the guy that murdered me, and this fucking guy, I'm gonna pick this dude.
That is fair. He is the only one of those three parties that has not murdered us. So that has at least, I guess,
Not
Yeah,
murdered
yeah.
us.
That's not a high bar, I don't think.
He is directly related with several
is true.
people.
This is true. I do
Yeah,
think
he
there's a
also-
play here because, I want to take down the Altar Shadows because that's the right thing to do. I know Avalon also wants to take down the Altar Shadows. Shout out to Avalon.
So, yeah. Spider-Man.
I didn't do that. I just did this. I did not do this.
Not to Avalon. Just the way you said that.
Getting more and more chaotic by the second.
I'm sorry.
Anyways,
Uh,
we want to take the. We want to take. I want to take down the Altar Shadows. Avalon wants to take down the Altar Shadows. So I feel like we could just work with him until the end and then kill him.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Essentially just backstab him. Although he's probably going to anticipate it. He's probably listening right now.
I mean,
he could be in the room for all we know at this point.
but regardless, I mean,
But what he
I-
did say, did not come without its merits. He did say if we do this, he keeps tabs and Sordin for us and tells us. Or more
I
of
like
me.
that.
Because, I kind of wanted him to murder Sordin, but he says, that's a no deal.
I would assume because Sordin seems like a big deal.
No, yeah, I don't. Fuck Sordin.
Agreed.
I say we have a light, let this dude feed us information about Sordin. We maybe get rid of his bad dude, and then we kill him after we kill the other Killian.
and I mean, regardless, I think it'd be foolish to assume that as soon as we did what he wouldn't turn around and try to betray us. So, I think.
I don't even know if he's brought this to other people. The fact that he's asking me to kill his boss of 300 years is kind of a big deal, I feel. So...
I mean, if he's gonna undermine his own boss, I mean, that just already kind of proves that he doesn't have a loyalty. So saying that we're gonna help him and helping him out doesn't guarantee that he would keep his word and not attack us once it's all over.
I mean, if we're gonna backstab this guy anyways, I don't think we have much to lose.
Oh no!
Working with him to take down the guy at the top first.
I agree.
Because I also
the
think
head off the snake and then cut the next head off the snake. No more snake.
Exactly.
yeah, because I also think we would do a lot of damage to the rest of the Altar Shadows on our way to the head. If you get what I mean.
How many snakes do you know that have a second head
Yeah,
underneath their
why?
head? That is a very strange analogy you just used.
That's
Just assumed he was talking about a Hydra.
No.
They have snakes. They have heads
I'm just saying-
next to their head. It's not
yeah.
underneath.
It's not like
Ignore it. It's irrelevant.
Jump onto the Hydra's back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Shut up. No.
But I.
Or what
I
do you
will-
think? Far, what's your opinion on this?
I mean, I thought we were pretty much agreed to go to Shia. And,
Yeah,
I-
Obviously,
Oh,
that
I
is
am-
number one.
Listen, I'm all.
I'm
for-
very, very worried about my family right now.
Yeah, this is great wanting to deal with the Altar of Shadows, but I'm a bit more concerned with that. Right
No,
now.
yeah,
I agree. Our family should be the number one priority.
Yes, family
So
first, and
if
then
you
we'll
want
do
that
it.
to happen, you got 20 minutes to get to the teleportation circle to
Oh,
join
shit.
him. He's not
Let's
fucking
go.
coming to get you.
Okay. Well,
We're
then, yeah.
leaving in
I
20
mean,
minutes.
if we just didn't show up, would he just leave without us?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a dick move.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No,
Would.
it's not. He gave you the option. You spoiled babies. You're
That's
adults.
what it
Do your own lives. If you wanted to chicken out, he wouldn't blame you. We had this conversation. He's not
Yeah,
here
so
to
this is the whole
hold your
bit.
hand. He's got kingdoms and shit to run.
Alright.
Vengeance.
All right.
All right, let's walk and talk. To go to the teleportation circle. All in agreement?
Yes.
Aye.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Walk, please, please.
This is like the worst fucking conversations ever. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So do you guys head toward
Yes.
the designated area? Okay. So you guys
Yes.
approach into a building that is relatively well guarded. You can see that the teleport circle itself has all sorts of safeguards around it to prevent people from coming in and out with arcane symbologies and runes set up all around. This seems to be something that is a well tried and true safety measures for uninvited guests using these teleportation circles. Inside here, you have a lot of soldiers that have already begun their teleporting away during the hours in which you were waiting in between. Lord Rasmus has been helping everybody else go first right now to make sure they all get home safe and nobody gets left behind. There is but maybe a few hundred left at this point that are being transferred as Tide is sitting near the front, making sure any stragglers didn't get left behind from, their night of respite inside Dawn Guard. Excuse me. As he sees your group, you see him goes, "Hey, there's some faces. I didn't know if they were going to show up or not."
Yeah, we kind of lost track of time.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Happens.
No problem.
Sometimes.
You're not late yet, so everything's good. Good to see you. So you are committed then to at least coming back home with me, and then we are going to get together and do our best to try and save your family, and then we will take it from there to figure out our plans forward for taking down the Altar of Shadows and the Crimson Rose as best we can with the aid of Hadrian. I'm sure your insights will be essential.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Great.
As he says that, Killing's gonna knee him or elbow him in the gut. Hadrian. As he says that.
I'll just take it like a
I will
champ.
kind of be like,
It's
blunt and be
deserved.
like, yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, Hadrian was in contact with the vampire that we had captured.
Awesome.
He's offered to feed information for obviously his own benefit, but to help take down the noble that attacked the caravan.
Fascinating.
He's also named Killian.
Well, that's weird.
We assume he wants to take his place on the top.
Interesting. Well, this is great information. Thank you for sharing this. And it's
We
amazing
only
they already
found
have a
out 5
turn
minutes
code.
ago.
Huh.
Well, he's like.
Now that you say it out loud, it kind of sounds too convenient to be true.
I would definitely be
We'll
skeptical.
discuss this once we go to Swarmy.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot to discuss with this.
There are a lot of options.
Agreed.
Let's just go. Let's get out of Dawnguard, please,
Okay.
for the love of God. Please get us out of here.
You see Judge Hohenheim walking through the streets with some guards as he looks over and is like, "Isn't that?" And you see Ty go, "In we go." As he picks up Hadrian and everybody and hides them, and he's like, "Yeah, wait a moment." And you guys teleport to Sormir.
Oh my
We're going
God.
Swordfield, right?
You are going to
Nothing but constant problems.
Yes, it has to be
Never ends.
Sormir. Let me double check on the map though.
We're moving it.
Hohenheim, the
Because
judge.
Thornfield would only make sense because they are cavalry and they are field-based creatures. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I just got changed the music to something else.
That was the fucking funniest 20 minutes.
God, it's
That
just
was
chaos,
perfect.
bro. It
No,
doesn't.
the Avalon thing. Oh, my cost just showing up. Oh
That
my
was
God.
just so funny if we're just going hi in the middle of it and you guys just kept going. You did
I was-
not stop.
I did not know he was
trolling.
there.
I thought
Neither
he
of
was
you stopped to
trolling.
address that. It's like, oh.
Hey,
Look, I was in trauma land. I was not paying
Funny.
attention. All right,
Drama
So
land,
funny.
baby. We love
my
it.
God.
and I had to confine to the one person that I could trust because he already knew.
Yes, and he has told no one else of that
Yeah,
information.
He
No one.
definitely,
not.
not to
Totally
my
not.
knowledge, not
Yeah,
to my
not to
knowledge.
Avalon. Avalon knows nothing. Oh boy.
How's Avalon?
Those
Huh?
perception.
That's gonna become a thing now.
What is?
Shout out to Avalon.
And I'm just gonna go.
No, that was just so. Oh my lord, that,
That was
broke me. I'm sorry. That broke me.
As soon as you hit the land of Sornfield,
Oh no.
you feel a complete change in temperature. It is a bit cooler inside Sornfield, but still warm. Beautiful radiant greens all around as you find the teleport circle is actually outside. It's a open type of temple structure that is almost more like a gazebo. I would probably be the best way to visualize it. You immediately see around this area thousands of troops filing in and being helped by a multitude of different clerics and citizens of Sornfield. The castle itself is off in the distance, looks majestic and incredibly, I would say, grandiose in its size in comparison to all the other houses inside Sornfield. There are stables all around this area, and wide open fields are a constant throughout the city itself. You can see these massive walls on the horizon. Sornfield itself is miles and miles and miles long. It is a mega city. And to know that Sormir is 3 to 4 times the size of Sornfield is staggering. It is home for you a bit, Hadrian. It's almost relieving to see back in Swordfield how you left it. It's still as beautiful as ever. Statues of Cratula are all around, covered in different types of overgrowth and flowers throughout. She is the kingdom's religion, the equivalent of like state religion, or the one that is practiced the most, as one of the goddesses, the goddess of nature and of wisdom. Tide begins walking forward and checking on his people immediately as you guys fall behind, and he gives a little grin and goes, "Welcome to Sornfield, my home." And obviously I share this with some of the other houses as well, but you will be welcome to stay in the castle for as long as you stay.
Appreciate that greatly.
Place is
Place is-
beautiful.
Quite exquisite. I haven't been this far north. I only bounced around some of the bordering towns areas.
Oh, well, you must check. We care very much about our art and care for the world around us. The shrubs, the plants, the trees, everything is pretty immaculate. It's well maintained, and clearly part of the culture itself is keeping this entire area a mix of the beauty and control and wisdom of Cratula, and other areas almost like there's protected wildlands, even though the rest of this it all looks like protected wildlands, like everything's clean, beautiful, and natural. But there's sections and pockets that are just almost like straight forests in the middle of Sornfield that are just, well, less forest and more tall grass would be a better characterization of them. And it just rural. All of a sudden in the middle of these massive fields that are out here. You can see this city itself is completely self-sufficient, as there are windmills inside here, water systems. You can literally see fields the way the hills ebb and flow in Sormir. It almost looks like an entire patch of land has a just decided on the horizon to build giant walls around that just it must have been a century-long project to erect walls this high and far to keep in the great city of Sornfield.
It's nighttime?
I'm thinking. Oh shit.
Be pretty late there, probably.
If we went north,
No, but you guys also went east. So I'm thinking sun rises
pretty
in
late.
the east. Yeah, it's got to be later. So it's got to be even darker. We don't have time zones because screw time zones, but it's still dark.
Yeah.
So like it's probably the equivalent of 2 or 3 a.m. in Sornfield. You guys left around 8 at night, and that jump would be significant. Maybe midnight then. Sormir would probably be like 2 a.m. Sornwatch would probably be like 4 a.m.
So before outside, Far kind of looks up, looks at the stars, and goes, "Oh, close to home, I guess." And that's kind of the
Smiles. The captain's with your group, and he looks to all of you and gives a nod. Happy to have you all here. Hopefully you can enjoy your stay. I'll come get you tomorrow after you're settled. We'll start talking our plans for going forward, but get rest and take care of yourselves for the evening. And he hurries after, holding the cursed sword tied, as you get other individuals usher you and many of the other individuals into the castle. You notice Tide does not go to the castle, and neither does the captain. They branch off differently into a different section of all the many houses and cities and taverns that are laid out here. You can see the different sections where there's more commercial areas versus residential, but you guys are ushered toward the castle. As you enter into the castle, it becomes abundantly clear that there is thousands and thousands of people living within this gigantic castle.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, wow, it's kind of impressive. I mean, I still feel like we see more people at home, but like home is a very different.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Let's say it's different when it's just a whole thing and not just one building.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Are you looking for 6 separate rooms, or are you together? Because we probably can't accommodate 6 separate rooms. As an individual walks up to your group with the crest of, I would say, the horse on it, so of the Rasmus family, but also on her shoulders, it'd probably be a necklace, would be a symbology of Cratula, as this human, I would say, probably black, mid-30s, individual female comes up to your group, where she has a couple different, gowns of sorts in her hands.
How many rooms do you guys need?
I mean, we've been bunking for all together for a while, so it doesn't bother me.
One big room. I don't know. I guess.
No, I want my own room, please.
All right.
Okay.
Feeling you good,
I
Shane?
don't know. Can we trust you with that? Because every time we leave you
You're
alone,
welcome
you come
to
back with
room
some
with
new
me
thing.
if you don't trust me.
I don't want to wake
one
up
person.
and conversing with the wizard.
Yeah, no, I'm staying with him. I'm sticking with Hadrian.
All right, that's fair.
2 rooms,
All right.
then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
sure.
We'll
That
do
works.
sure.
Maybe 3. We'll just do 2 to a room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doable.
Sure. Please follow me, and you can pick up. As you guys come by the rooms, you can see laid out, there are individuals laying out pillows and blankets and sheets and stuff, and he motions for you to pick your own out and bring your own bedding with you to the room.
Okay.
Grab
As-
whatever.
As you do, you guys go up a multitude of steps until you get to about the 5th floor of what you assume to be maybe 300 or 400 floor castle. It's fucking insane.
God,
It
I'm getting
just
winded.
keeps-
It's
it
one of
keeps
5 stories. I
going.
can't.
The
It
stairs
I
just
can't
keep
imagine.
going. They don't stop.
I'm
Now,
looking up.
that's
and
not
I don't see the
300
ceiling.
stories per se. That is just
My
300
distance is
levels.
not that far.
What do you think it would be like running up all of them?
I don't think I could do that, and I'm a pretty athletic person.
That sounds like
Like-
a pretty awful workout, but I mean, I'm sure it would
Yeah.
do wonders if you get through it.
You know what? Now that you say it, yeah, it does kind of sound like a good work. You want to try and do that tomorrow morning?
Maybe. I still
See how many we can go up before we hit our breaking point.
Might as well.
As you get to your rooms, she puts her hand over the candles, turning their glows from white to green. As of those 3 rooms, as she motions, here's the 3 rooms. If you need anything, please feel free to come down toward the reception area, and we will do our best to try and accommodate your needs. Blessings of
Thank
Cratula to all of you.
Thank you. You've been very accommodating. We appreciate it.
Do you have any bathing areas?
Yes, there are public bathing areas, and she points over what would be 2 floors up to you, and it seems every 10 or so floors there are different bathing areas. Starting on the 7th floor.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, and there is ones for different races and species and genders, depending on what your needs are. You may have to travel to different floors for those.
Understood. Thank you.
As she returns, you can see there is other individuals in similar garbs directing others as well. You notice a majority of them look to be very grubby looking, very malnourished, very dirty looking people. As they're going in, being ushered into other rooms. Do you guys go into rooms, or do you want to fight Ragnorum? What are we doing?
I'm gonna. Abel's
Yeah.
gonna. Abel hasn't slept since he died. I don't think so. He's gonna go sleep.
Yeah,
I
Killian's
definitely
gonna
want-
just
I
watch
mean-
Hadrian like a hawk, but he's gonna go with.
I definitely want to get my room situated, but then I really want to go and take a bath because it's been a long while since
Sure.
I've had one.
Or you want to bunk up?
That's fine with me.
Cool. I pick like the first room on the right.
You go in. It's all made of stone, all these rooms, but they have a very warm vibe to them. In every room, there's a shrine to Crotula in there. Everything is immaculately kept, but modest. All the necessary utilities are inside these rooms, but there's not much of like expression really in these rooms, but nothing stifling either. It's a very hotel-y hotel looking room.
I look over to the shrine. That's a little in your face, I gotta say.
If you say so, I don't know who that is.
It's one of the gods. It's the goddess of nature. Cthulhu.
Oh.
It's-
Is it nature or is it wisdom?
Both. Gods
Yes.
can
Oh,
be paragons of multiple things, let me tell you.
Seeing them pick that room, Killian's gonna grab Hadrian and pick the middle room.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah,
kind
that's a
of
good call.
stick his head. Yeah, he's gonna stick his head into Mahua and Far's room and go, "We're gonna stay in the middle room here. So if you hear probably anything that you don't like, just stick your head in, because
Just thumbs up.
Fair
Thanks.
enough.
You guys
That's
enter,
totally fair.
and you immediately hear.
We forgot to take off. We forgot to take off Adrian's ankle monitor.
oh no, oh no,
Sexual alert! If he ever entered Sorenfield ever again,
yeah. They immediately know.
they were like, "We can't let him back in."
Yes.
Do you guys take a long rest after you are able to take a
I have-
bath without any problem, Evelyn, and
Able-
return to your room?
Abel
do-
has like one small thing he'd like to do before he
Yeah,
goes.
I have
Yep.
one small thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Avalon can go first.
Is
Oh,
there anybody I could betray before I can go to sleep? You know?
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Don't worry, there's enough.
You've
There's
already
enough.
betrayed Mahua once this session, so
That's a small slight.
Betrayal.
That was a
Killjoy.
small
You know,
slight.
when Adam-
All right, you know.
when
technically
Adam was
betrayed me.
yeah, when Adam was like, "Oh, I'm gonna rack up Killian's betrayals to double digits," I thought he was joking, and here we are.
That's
Keep
not
going.
a betrayal. I made like a deal, and I told you about
Nobody
it. You know?
is going to be surprised when Hadrian finally dies. Like you will.
Yes.
I don't want to hear shit from you. Like, are you kidding me, Reed? No.
No, he deserves
It's
it.
amazing he's survived this long, which is debatable.
I haven't. I've died 3 times.
Yeah, I
Not
know.
enough to atone. It's not enough to atone.
So after coming back, I want to sit down and talk to Abel
Okay.
and say, I'll just start off with like, oh man, that was nice. You know, it's been a while since I've been able to, you know, use a bath like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually bathed in a while. But at this point, I'm just gonna like save it because I think tomorrow me and Killian are gonna work out before we go. Talk to.
Training
Gotcha.
montage.
So I'm gonna get sweaty, and I'm just gonna wait on it.
Understandable. But I did want to come clean about what I said earlier when we were walking, and I gave that half-assed excuse of why I didn't take the in-room that night.
All right, I'm all ears.
I'm sure you were aware, but it wasn't because I was more comfortable. It was self-pity and self-punishment for what happened with the portal and leaving those people behind. I
Are you still upset about that, or?
It still bothers me, yeah.
I mean, keep in mind how many people we saved. You can't. As much as we would like to, we cannot save everybody. It's just not.
It's unrealistic.
After seeing
Reed.
the big battle that we had, I think I'm starting to finally accept that, but it's still hard for me to.
And keep in mind, we're not done with the Altar Shadows. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
still time to save those people. Why are you chiming into this conversation?
Yeah,
You're not there. What do you?
Wait, am I not here? Oh, you're not having
No,
this
shut
No,
the
this
fuck
is
up,
just
Adrian. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
The first 2 times was like,
Adrian,
whatever.
do you wanna
Serious
be?
MC syndrome.
Yeah, do you wanna?
No, I'm
Do you
here.
want this to be about you? I can make it
Yes.
about you real quick.
Please don't.
Please don't. I'm begging
Please
you.
don't.
All right, but yeah, we're gonna take them out, and
Absolutely.
something I look forward to now.
Same. And like it's hard for me to accept innocent lives being lost. It's not something I'm
I mean, I agree. It's an awful thing that happens. I mean, we should save as many people as we can, but
absolutely.
you have to. If you never accept that you have limits in these kind of things, then you will always hold yourself back from kind of reaching your true potential if you just erect these mental barriers about not saving enough people instead of focusing on the lives that you did change and the people that you have impacted.
I agree, and I just wanted to let you know that I am trying with being more honest and open, but there's still some things that I'm not ready to share with everyone yet.
I'm glad to hear it, and when you are comfortable sharing it and don't feel pressured to share things you're not comfortable with unless it affects the group, but
Yeah.
That's as soon as you're comfortable, feel free to mention it to me.
I appreciate that, and thank you for being a good friend.
No problem. I try. Thank you for healing us and generally being a kind soul.
I try. But I'm gonna go get some rest, so
All
see you
right.
in the morning.
I'll see you in the morning. And then before Abel goes to bed, he will get down on his knees on the floor and he will pray to Nasui, but he will try and like be respectful of the fact that there's a Cthulhu shrine, so he'll try and like face away from it.
Yeah, that's a good
So
idea.
he's not like insulting Cthulhu.
Sure.
But he's gonna say,
It is part of. She is in the divinity
Same
branch.
domain.
They're in the same domain. The head of that
So,
branch is Cratula, and then underneath are all the different. I can explain my own fucking world, Hunter. Shut the fuck up. This is the stuff I got. You got the rules. I know how the hell my gods work.
Actually, according to the player handbook, page 53, it doesn't say that.
Feisty. The crew is
Unfortunately for
feisty
you.
tonight. I love it.
Unfortunately for you, you
So
get a grammatical error.
there's the 4 grand gods. That they're the creator gods, the elder gods, however you would like to call them. Corlin, Melora, Zahir, and Cratula. And each of them have their own domains. And under Cratula are many of the agriculture, nature, elements, frost, tundras, and stuff like that. Nasui of the sea is underneath her branch of nature itself.
I'm gonna alter it slightly then, and then I will face the shrine to Cratula, and I will I will say, well, first of all, I'd like to thank you for obviously creating Nasui and creating the seas, and giving us the bounties of the world.
I'd say Nasui's even like an extension of Cratula to a degree, right? All those under her are an extension of her.
So, and I'd like to thank you and Nasui for saving me after that death that I suffered from Sordin. There were some dark forces trying to capture me within their grasp, but you and Nasui really helped to fight them off, and I'm eternally grateful.
Make a religion check.
Don't roll a 1.
Religion. 16.
Okay.
And then, once I'm done, I will get up and head and hop in bed and go to sleep.
Okay.
Before
Yes.
Mahua goes to sleep, Fire kind of wants to go. I had something I've been meaning to ask you.
Yes.
What is the cause of your distaste towards the large gray man?
What do you mean?
I noticed you when one of them I don't know the race name. When one of them came in, that you seem to shy away from them. And I was just curious. I've been meaning to ask you, but it hasn't been important with everything else going on.
So just for point of clarity, you... actually, never mind.
Yeah, you don't need he's right. We all know what's happening.
I don't have any issue with... You mean a Goliath figure? I don't have any issue with Goliaths. I guess I'm a little confused as to what you're referring to. Who did, was there a specific person?
I think it was a captain of the guard or something in. Yeah,
the captain. Yep.
The captain.
Yeah, and Rasmus, the captain.
Yep.
Oh, the Dragonborn man.
Is it Dragonborn? I didn't think it was.
Yes. Yeah, it was Dragon. He's Dragonborn.
And potentially the Goliath that you guys met in Dawnguard. I don't remember if I said anything about that, but at the very least, it is definitely the captain.
How do I explain this? So, one thing to understand about, you've heard a little bit about it, I believe. Dawn Call doesn't really follow gods. They've been the cause of a lot of problems in history. And we revere those who've done good actions. We revere the actions of those who are actually making an impact in the world and following an innate duty to their what's the word? It's just doing their best for the world, doing actual actions, and the gods have meddled in affairs and led to many problems and wars and death and all that. And not everyone shares the opinion I have, but I see it as a problem with some of them, particularly those of the Maloran variety. Some of the more troublesome factions, but that one being the most recent. Those who are stricken with. I think the Goliath what we saw had the markings all around them and on their body, and then that captain, he's got those purple eyes, which are very unique to that type of group, because in a sense they will never be. It's not like Avalyn or Abel, where they are a practitioner of the faith. But they borrow. They're more borrowing the power being granted to them to enact goodwill, and it can be removed. Whereas those who are Maloran are that way because they have a piece of that corrupted Maloran blood in their history, in their bloodline, in their heritage. They are touched by an evil side of a god, and that's why they have their unique appearance. And so I've never been one to trust them very well. I'm wary that what that does to a person, what having that blood in their life does to them.
But they can't choose it like some people can. How can you judge somebody for something they can't choose that they're born with? I was growing up, I was always told to be wary of the purple-eyed people. I wasn't sure why. I wasn't told any history. But I came across some at one point, and they were very friendly. They're just trying to get by. They're people just like you and I, at least in my experience.
I mean, they may be good people in their actions, but who's to say 20, 30, 50, 100 years down the line that dark side of Melora doesn't reawaken? And I mean, have you ever seen a madness creature?
You all did. Remember when the Spinosaurus tried to eat you?
Oh.
Well, he wouldn't recognize that, though.
Yeah, no.
How many of them would recognize that
I
fact?
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's important.
I mean,
That was a madness Spino.
Yes, that's probably the first time I've experienced one, but I've traveled a lot of the land, and there's a lot of people who have come over from the other side of the world. And I've heard the stories of what those things were like. They were, I mean, chaos incarnate. They were evil in the truest sense of the word. They attacked anything and did damage and caused devastation. And who's to say that? I understand your point and I hear you, but there's been a side of me that's been wary of, well, what if today's the day that evil side of Melora awakens and all of these people who were your neighbor, your best friend, the day before, they are suddenly foaming at the mouth and rampaging. I get concerned. I understand it's not fair to them, and I hear you, and I should try to do better. I recognize that, but it's a side of me that's been present for a long time, so it's not easy
Double down.
to break away.
Don't fucking don't fucking double down. Where it's early. Come on. You're doing so good. No way out. You believe this shit. Stick with it.
Okay. Yeah, I know it can be hard to change your mind. I was just curious.
Yeah, I mean, you hear a lot when you travel the world. And sometimes it's not always good.
Stories are also told by the people who won.
It's a nice period.
Fucking mic drop as we go to the other group. So, as everybody's about to go to bed, there is a slight knock on Hadrian and Killian's door.
buddy.
Oh boy.
There's a knock.
Here we go.
Is anybody gonna get the fucking door?
Killian's gonna get up and get it. Yeah. He's slowly open it. He's kind of just like he does not like anything that's happening. Yeah.
You see an individual in modest garbs. They clearly look like a servant of the Rasmus household. Inside here, you've also seen other emblems. So let me see. For this, let's see. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 great there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3 are in the main. 1 is there, 1 is there, so that's 3, 4, 5, and then 2 are in Storenfell. So that would be Rasmus, and then go figure. Fox symbologies. You do see that House Sertet also is inside Soromir. They are also a part of here, but you see this is a servant of House Ras. Sorry to disturb you before bed, but I have a message from Lord Rasmus himself that he would like to speak to you, Killian. Is there a Killian that is here?
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, great. Here's the letter, and if you just go down some and then head down the road, there'll be somebody waiting for you to take you to Lord Rasmus.
Does it have to be just me, or am I allowed to bring anyone along?
He asked for an audience of just you.
He's gonna turn to Hadrian real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's gonna look at him. He's gonna give me just a second to grab something. He's gonna shut the door.
Yes.
He's gonna turn to Hadrian and go, "You're on thin ice right now, but I'm very paranoid at this moment. So if I don't come back, you guys got to come looking for me."
No.
Here we go.
He's pressing the button. Reed gave him the button. He said, "You can press it," and he pressed it.
Yeah, and so he's gonna just grab his things and go.
Okay.
We'll follow.
He goes. He helps you down the stairs, hands you off, and you go. Hadrian, after maybe 30 seconds, you hear the door open, and the same servant walks in and closes the door and looks at you, and he goes, "Yeah, careful what you..." No, he doesn't go this. This is Reed. Yeah, you got to keep fucking running your mouth. See where it gets you. See where it gets you. All right. Anyway, the door closes, and you see this individual, maybe 19 years old, maybe 20. He has, roughed up brown hair and everything, and he looks towards you, and he goes, "How the hell are you? Holy shit! I never thought I'd see you back here. Holy shit! How the hell did you pull this one off, Hadrian? Does Sordin? Does he know about this? Holy shit! This is gonna be big. How did you get back with Tide Rasmus? Holy shit!" He sits down right next to you, and he goes, "I hope you didn't mind me sending your dumbass friend away. I don't know what, I just wanted you and me to talk a bit here. Oh, man, it's been a while. After you left, when things got so hot, we never really had time to talk through everything. Holy shit. How are you?"
Can I just make a fucking history check to who this person is?
Sure, go ahead, make a history check.
Because I guarantee fucking you guys not. That's a wait. What do I get on history checks?
No, no, dude, it's your fucking sheet.
It's just gonna be like a 13. No, wait, I get 3. 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta start writing the shit.
Cool.
We're transcribing.
For the sake of atmosphere, we'll say there's a fireplace in your room.
Hey.
In most of the rooms,
Fucking
maybe every
inside.
other.
Wait, did you say it was cold and sort of like
Cold.
colder
Should've
than
ans-
jungle?
I
It's
can't
not
believe
That's
you-
literally the point of an
No, no.
insight check.
It's not,
like
it's not
60.
cold, but it's colder.
Yeah, because before you were in the tropics, basically in Dawn Call, so that's why it would feel colder. Dawn Calls was like high 80s all the time. Now you're into
Dawn Call
like
sucks, it's Florida.
high 60s of sorts. Turn the fireplace up a little here. Make sure I'm not blowing out OBS. Well, no, I can barely hear it. Okay, that's fine. With your 15 history check, which is a pretty good history check, you have no fucking clue who this is.
Oh, great.
Nice.
No fucking clue. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
How'd you pull it
Right.
off? You gotta tell me. How the hell did you pull off, you know,
I pinned.
the thing?
How did I pull off getting in favor with Rasmus? Is that what you're asking?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you're so resourceful. No, the real challenge was, you know, as he's looking around, you're kind of a big deal.
What the fuck?
This is my favorite, like, Hadrian related encounter ever. This
Part
is
of
so.
me is mad I did insight check, but also
It
it's
was
really
so
funny.
sure it was gonna be the wizard lizard, and then it was
Yeah.
just some like
Fanboy.
random dude.
Yeah, some random Crimson Rose
Some
fan.
random fanboy.
Shit.
Yes, Adam, he did that motion, correct.
Yeah. It was more of a backstab type thing.
Oh, got behind him. That's
It
clever.
was less of a throat slitting and more of just pure backstab.
Oh,
Throat
boy.
slitting's a lot messier.
Poetic. I love it. Chaotic. Follow the chaos. Am I right?
Oh yeah. That
See,
friend you
that
sent off, is that-
phrasing, you understand that phrasing to be the motto of the Crimson Rose.
Wait, can you repeat it real fast?
Follow the chaos.
Follow guess. All right.
That's one of many mantras that are present inside the organization.
So you know that friend you just sent off of mine? He's actually
Yeah.
he's helped me out here. He's
Oh,
in the
good.
know.
Oh,
So
good,
honestly, he could be in here. He could help us out.
Oh, we'll get him next time. He'll be lost for like 2 hours. He'll be fine.
Nice. I love it. Yeah.
We got time. I sent him in circles, and some of the other members will be helping me out tonight.
Wait, how many people are helping you out?
Yeah, enough. We're just making sure you're still cool. And I told him, of course you're cool. You're cool, right, Hadrian?
Absolutely. I just saw Soren recently. He paid me a visit.
Oh my gosh. Gods above. How did that go? I'm sure not well.
It went about as expected.
All right. I bet it did. So, what's the next move? You got any intel since you just saw him? How we still moving forward with, trying to bring them along? We've made some progress with House Sertet. Do we try and, take down the High King? What do you? And did you hear any
There's lip
waves?
sync ships, boys.
Yeah, let's go.
There's lip sync ships.
We're reevaluating the Swarmir situation. The Dawn Guard plan did not go according to plan.
Oh,
Shit went south.
it's
So-
terrible to hear.
So we're gonna slow things down here,
Okay.
and Soren's gonna focus on, Dawn Guard for now,
Okay.
hopefully. But
So what's your role?
What-
Why'd
what
you
have you
get
do-
sent back?
because Rasmus, bread and butter, know him better than anybody here. So Soren wanted me here
Make a deception check with advantage.
with advantage.
Yes.
Because this guy's dumb as shit.
That's a
Yeah.
natural
No.
20.
Nice.
Let's go.
That's a
That's
natural 20.
bullshitter.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I mean, God, if you can convince him to even stay in the same room as you for more than 30 seconds, you got a special talent, my friend.
I pinned it on somebody else and got out scot-free.
Smart. Very clever. All right, then. Great to hear. If you need anything, you let us know, and we need you, we'll let you know. Follow chaos, my friend, as he stands up and begins making his way towards the door.
I'll let him go. I'll just
All
let him
right.
go.
He leaves.
Wait.
Oh,
Before you go,
What?
if you see my friend, send him back here, please.
oh
Like, I
sure.
don't need him lost for 2 hours. He needs the rest.
Sure. And he leaves.
Well, fine.
Killian,
We got
As-
information out of that.
as you're halfway down the road, and people, as you're like, I have this thing to see Lord Rasmus, and the person's looking, it's like, no, you don't have the right stamp, so I need you to go get this authenticated first. So if you'll go down this road, and then you go down that road for a bit, and somebody
Alright.
looks at you,
Bureaucratic
Nightmare.
and it's just a lot of bureaucracy that's
It
happening
never
right now.
ends.
And there's like, all right, you wait here a second, and I need to double check something. And you're just waiting for like 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden someone goes, oh, I just found out that he doesn't actually need to see you tonight. Everything's all set. You can return back to your house of stay. Sorry for the miscommunications. He was actually looking to talk with somebody else tonight. This is our bad. We'll do an internal investigation to understand how this went so wrong. You have a wonderful night now.
Killian is not happy, and he's already paranoid, and he wants to get an insight check on if this guy is just completely ribbing him. And this was like,
You can
a
make
plan.
you can make an insight check.
22.
No. He rolled higher.
Killian just
It seems truthful. He seems right
Yeah.
on to you.
sucks.
Stupid
Just saying,
bureaucracy
Rasmus wants to
bullshit.
meet with a different Killian. He's in league with the vampires.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
but,
We figured
like,
it out.
we don't really know if our Killian is not that Killian, you know?
Listen, I tried to power word kill Abel last time. You don't know.
Oh my god, they're like falling back like in a TV show where in the background Killian's mouth is the one actually moving. It's one of those dumbass things like the
Fucking-
whole time.
It's very clearly a puppet vampire.
Yeah, like he's not real at all. Yeah.
He does the thing with the shadows. Why can't he do it with the vampires?
I'm just saying, we have
It's obvious.
Killian and Killian in the same room.
Has happened.
I mean, we've
True.
seen them in a field together, but we haven't seen them in the same room together.
I mean,
All right,
Phil
we're
says
taking
true.
our break. We're taking our break. Go take your break. You awkward.
It says
Wait a
it's
minute.
live.
Okay, give me a second.
But-
It might
does
jump
that.
back on. It might jump back
Okay.
on. I might get lucky. That's my fault. I wasn't thinking straight because I was having stomach issues. Are we
Oh,
back
yep,
live?
now it is.
Yeah,
Okay.
jump back up.
Awkward. So, okay. TLDR. Let's see.
How do we
Um,
describe
Come on,
this?
take it away again.
Wait. I got
no.
this. The DM has
Yes,
to
they
pay
let him.
attention sometimes. What was the break? Where do we stop at the break?
We stopped at the
Oh.
guy left Hadrian's room after they had their conversation, and then we came back to me being.
Oh, that's
or
not
I just
bad at all.
Walked in circles. Yeah, I walked in circles, and then when the break came back, I got back to the room.
We didn't miss much. Terrific. We had excellent fun role playing, but my apologies on the stream end. I accidentally, force of habit, stopped the stream because I normally stop recording. What happened is the group failed some perception checks and sucked at listening at somebody eavesdropping them until Killian hit a natural 20, found the person eavesdropping on them. A big pursuit happened. They chased the individual, captured the individual, brought it to Lord Rasmus, but were seen by some of the other people, potentially as Crimson Rose agents in here, deliberated on whether or not they should go to Rasmus or do something else with this individual that now knows that Hadrian basically admitted immediately that he's a liar and completely pulling the wool over the eyes of the previous Crimson Rose member that came in to check to see if he was still on their side. With that said, Lord Rasmus came, and they went to his manor, a very modest manor. They learned that inside Surmir it seems to be more customary to have the poor and homeless live inside the castle, and the kings and nobles live in modest manors and houses. Lord Rasmus was still up as he was making plans to help them save their families from Shia. And then they expressed what was going on, explained the situation, but said a word that, there's a plot to kill the king. And now they're like, oh, we got to go through a whole bunch of procedures now as soon as somebody says that. Oh. So now they're going to throw this captured Crimson Rose member into the Tula pools, which are magical pools with connections to Cthulhu. Sometime in the evening, later in the day, it's about 7 in the morning, as the rest of the group is going to try and get a long rest, hopefully, some point soon. But we didn't miss too much. Nothing too cool.
Yeah, Abel's gonna go back to his room, or I mean, he's gonna say to the party. So I think we should probably finish resting up before we make any big decisions tomorrow or today.
I'm tapped.
Yeah.
And if one of us loudly lets slip that woman's getting punished at the pools in like a couple hours, certainly wouldn't hurt. On our way back.
Okay. As you guys...
Abel's going to keep an eye out for the person that Killian described.
Make a perception check.
Just like while they're walking home.
Yep.
13.
You didn't see anything.
Okay.
You guys...
And I will just say it when I'm in the group of most people.
You guys start walking up to your rooms. You're all outside your rooms. You go into your rooms.
Are we supposed to be doing something right now?
You could be, but that's your choice.
I will.
Fuck you. It's over. In the rooms you go.
It's too late.
Should we be doing something?
I was mainly because I thought that perception check lasted for the entire walk tour.
For you, it did.
Okay.
You did.
Okay.
You all go inside your room.
I did. By the way, loudly say that line about her being punished when I was around the most people that I could find.
Yep. Do you all attempt to take a long rest?
Yes.
I'll talk to Killian, or attempt to. Assuming the same thing doesn't fucking happen again. That'd be funny. But
maybe you should check the window first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll go and peep out the window, I'll look all four directions and roll a perception check.
Go ahead.
Sniff the floorboard.
Yeah, I don't see anything.
Tell me what number you rolled first. As you go outside, you turn to your left and immediately see a raven that goes, ah! Right in your face and fucking close the window.
Yeah, I spent all my natural 20s earlier today. But,
Very good, very
good. So, Killian, in order to sell the fact that you're Crimson Rose, you're gonna have to keep that dagger on you at all times. What?
Killian's gonna take out his notebook and he's just gonna scribble down. He's gonna basically take out his notebook and bring out a pen. He's just gonna scribble out. If we're gonna talk about this, just do it frickin' in writing so we don't have last time happen again.
I'm gonna speak, but everything I say is just gonna be in writing. Yeah. So that dagger is.
You're the worst spy in the world, Adam.
I know.
Poor Hadrian.
But it's fun.
Poor Hadrian. It is. It's great. You're doing great.
Alright. So that dagger you have, and I'm writing this. The dagger you have is the key to your cover. Because that is Soren's dagger. So you could basically use it as your cover story, saying that he recruited you in Dawnguard, and he gave you his dagger to help assist in your Sormir ventures.
Yeah. Plus with the code words or whatever.
Yeah, the Follow Chaos.
Yeah, follow the chaos.
Chaos Raid.
Chaos Raid.
Yeah. Don't test me. You can fight the Mighty Nine.
Oh no.
I got their
we're
stat
good.
blocks.
No.
We're fucking good. Please, God.
A-level
have
instantly
mercy.
delete me, bro.
Mighty 9 stat blocks?
I got my.
Or the Vox Machina ones?
I got both.
Where'd the Mighty 9 ones come from?
Internet.
Ah.
Oh no.
Google around. Amazing
Yeah,
things you can find on there.
Wait, hold on a minute. It's just the crit roll stats. Character sheet, isn't
Someone's
it?
gonna scribble out.
Yeah.
If we run into that guy again, we need to find a way to tell him to leak the information about what's going on, and also that he should not get sloppy like the other one since we had to kill her for it to run with the story, or since we had to stick to our cover.
Our top priority should be finding him.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't know who else he's going to be in contact to, and keeping Sorden out of the fold for as long as possible should be the way. I don't know when Koss is going to show up with his tabs on Sorden, but until then, we need to play it safe and make sure that this guy doesn't spill any beans.
Oh no! If you want to kill him, that's your choice. But I think we can use him to sell the sword.
I don't think killing him is the best idea. I think he could be useful, but killing the bitch who knows everything, yeah, she needs to die. But after I assume they filled me in on everything when we were walking, right? Yeah, so she needs to die as soon as possible.
I guess.
You guess?
Yeah, I don't know, because I think we kind of need her right now for the story to work. So let it play out.
I mean, if we're both undercover and she's being interrogated by Rasmus, theoretically, if she knew about us, we'd have to kill her. Because Rasmus is trying to bait the other Crimson Rose members into trying to save her. And theoretically, according to our story, that is us. I fucking see it.
Adam's going so deep right now. Oh man.
The rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper.
Oh my god.
No one has to know why we killed her, just that she got sloppy, so we had to offer just in case.
That works.
Let's say we don't have to go too specific, because if we get too specific, they call you out on the details.
D&D, where you can learn how to get your fucking story straight.
Yeah, we could have thought of that.
Man, oh man. Jeez.
It's gonna be me DMing Reed frantically over the next week, figuring, plugging holes and. Yeah, he's.
And then the Phyraxians attack.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
But yeah,
well, we got Ragnar.
Is everybody going to bed?
99. Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a fireplace in our room or only the other room?
Yeah, I'm at half health, by the way. I'm like.
Everyone gets a fireplace on the 5th floor now.
Okay.
I've decided.
Killing's gonna take the papers and burn them once he's done.
Okay.
He's gonna rip those papers they used out, burn them.
Very smart. Very good.
How
Can I
big
just
is
make
your
sure
notebook?
the room is secure before I go to bed? Because I just...
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Oh, I'm proficient in that. Let's go. Ooh. 24.
Yeah, it's pretty secure. You find like
Alright.
a loose silver as well.
Ooh, hell yeah. I'm not poor anymore.
Nice.
Alright, I'm going to bed.
All right, everybody, go ahead and try and
Yeah.
take a long rest.
We'll
Why?
try. Yeah, we'll try. You don't know.
We'll try? Oh,
Yeah, try. You don't know.
And then a meteor comes down.
Oh, hell yeah. Golden initiative.
Here we go again.
You guys
see a
get
black-
a full rest. You guys get a full
Let's
rest.
go.
You see a black feather.
And that
That's
is
what
where
EFG
we
starts
will-
playing.
end tonight's session. Next week we'll pick up trying to locate this Crimson Rose member.
Things went exactly not as planned for anything.
Yep.
No, this is not what I had.
I
in the
was like,
cards.
man, how we didn't get through this stuff tonight? I had this whole checklist. We didn't even get through the first fucking bullet on my session.
Nice.
Whose fault is that? Adrian.
No, it's Quad.
I gotta change the title.
That's true.
What's
Yeah.
the title?
What the hell?
By the way,
Title. Yeah.
that title is terrifying me and Juan right now.
Yeah, no,
we are
wait. I
very
sent him a
hit
DM
list.
like 2 hours
Don't
before
worry,
the session,
don't
and I was
worry.
like, bro,
Yeah.
bro.
Crimson Leaks. That's a better title for this episode.
That's a good name. That's a good name. Yeah, no, that was just, I
I just noticed the title and it also has me terrified.
Were we gonna go through the full thing? That would have been wild.
Full what?
Maybe not the full thing, but we would have started. That would have been wild.
You have no idea what was planned. You have no
I
idea.
don't.
what's
You're
going
right.
on.
That just me positing.
That could have been
It does-
anything. You don't.
I just can't
You're
believe I got
absolutely right.
to. Like, there's the whole shit that happens to Warfield, but me just yelling at Cost for 30 minutes was fun.
That was
That
fun.
was
I
funny.
enjoyed
I
that.
That
can't
was
believe
Yelling.
Uh,
Yeah, that's one way to describe it.
just demanding stuff.
No,
Yeah,
it
you
was-
better,
It was
you better
funny as
kill my
fuck because
bit.
Nick just got up, I think, Nick, when did you get up before that? Was it when Alan was taking me in the hall, or what?
Yes.
All right, by
Yeah,
the way,
so-
stream, we'll see you soon. Sorry for my little hiccup momentarily, but we still got the full game in.